Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 7/21/23. It's July, guys. Now, I'm sure you probably want... Well, today's a Friday. I like to give you something to think about on a Friday. I don't know how to dance around this, but that psycho... shit. I don't even want to get into it. I really don't. The Gilgo Beach thing that's going on here in New York. I think I'm going to be censored if I get into any of this, because I have some beliefs on exactly what's happening with this. Now, look, this guy did do this, but he didn't do all of them. And it's no way that they spent 12 years looking for this guy. All right, when all of a sudden a new administration comes along and they figure it out within a year. So I want you to think for a second, okay? Why did the new administration find this guy who's 6'4", huge, big guy? I mean, how many people that are 6'4" do you know? Or maybe he was 6'5", whatever it may be, doesn't make a difference. How many people do you know that? How many people do you know own a pickup truck? I think it was called an Avalanche, which was discontinued in 2013, okay, which was parked in front of his fucking house for 10 years, okay? That was one of the cars that was on the crime scene, killing all these young girls, innocent girls. Yeah, okay, look, they were sex traffickers. Big deal, they're people. Once you become a flat earther, you understand that. I'm going to share something with you that I've told a couple of other people, but very few. On 2010, I used to go fishing with my friend a lot, and now that we have families, it doesn't really happen often. Once in a while, we still will go. On 2010, September 1st, one of the young girls went missing. And I looked up the date. It's a Saturday, that weekend. Let me put it to you this way. When you go out to the beach and you spend the night out on the beach, well, you can drive your car out there. And if you don't bring it, you're not going to get it. Okay, and I'm talking women. Now, I wasn't single at the time anyway, so... but, I'm just saying, a beautiful girl isn't going to come up to you out there, all right? You're on your own. You and your friend drink some beers, get some tiki lights, build a fire, put the fishing rod in the ocean, all right, and just hang out. That's what you do when you go to the beach overnight. Well, we were there at around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and the only reason why I remember the time is because I was actually looking at my watch. Why, I have no idea. Somebody called me. Okay. This was before, I think, smartphones, if I'm correct. What, smartphones are about 15? Maybe we did have smartphones back then. It's about 13 years ago. Yeah, I think smartphones have been on the market now for about 15 years. And you know what? They haven't changed one little bit. Your smartphone from 15 years ago looks exactly like the same one that you have now. It might be slimmer, it looks exactly the same way. Wow, how technology is just surpassed. We go from these flip-up phones that were shit, and then all of a sudden we get these smartphones. Where did this fucking technology come from? And why hasn't it moved on? Where's my flippy-flop phone that I could just wrap around the Predator thing? Remember the Predator? He had that cool thing on his arm. He's just going like that. Where's my phone? They can't get that oiled screen right. They tried it. I saw it. But they couldn't get it right. You fold it up and down a couple times, probably 1,000 times, and then boom, the screen goes out. I don't know what the deal is with this technology. If we're getting it from somewhere else, I don't know. I don't know where Apple came up with this, because they came up with the smartphone first. Okay, sorry, I'm drinking coffee. I had a little bit of getting a little excited here. Anyway, so back to my story. This beautiful girl comes up to us. I don't remember what color hair she had. I have no idea. I know some guy was in the background because I could vaguely see him. My friend was fishing at the shoreline, and This girl comes out of nowhere and just asked if she could stay with us. And I was like, hey, why not? You know, hang out, you know, enjoy yourself. Doesn't matter, you know. I go down to my friend and just to let him know so we might have company. I point up there and she's gone. So I don't know exactly what happened. I don't have a description. Maybe she had dark. If she had blonde hair, maybe I would have remembered it. So I'm thinking she probably had dark hair, but she was attractive, short. I mean, I'm not that tall, but she couldn't have been more than 5 feet, 5'1", something like that. So I don't know. I might have run into one of them. Who knows? It was around the same time somebody disappeared. But it's scary. But unfortunately, I don't have any other information to give. Cover up, okay? And a lot of good cops, a lot of bad cops. A lot of good cops out there that do their job. A lot of bad cops are fucking around in the wrong spot. So I think that might have been the reason why they never ended this, case and turned it into a cold case. That's about all I want to get into. Okay, with that, let's see how this continues. I think there might have been other killers. I don't think he's the only one. So I don't know how they're going to prove that, because then they have to go out and get DNA and do all this other stuff for everybody. So that's going to be impossible. They'll pin a few killings on this guy, and I'm sure they're going to go up to double digits. They say he's now Atlantic City. He had a place out in Las Vegas and South Carolina. So they're going to put all the cold case files together. They have the DNA, and I'm sure others will pop up. This is the summer of Sam. But we caught him. So anyway, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, that's it. Let's just leave it at that. I'll get into it later. My significant other calls me up the other day and says, my friend's acting weird. I was like, all right, what are you talking about? Tell me a little bit more. Now, I'm not going to get into it because eventually she's going to find my channel. Or if she doesn't find me, she's going to find me, but on another channel, because I have people with bigger channels that like to take my content and turn it around and try to make me look like a fool, of course, and you've seen them. So she'll probably find me through them, because those are the only things that YouTube, when you put Flat Earth in, pop up. Thanks, YouTube. Fuck you. So anyway, what she was explaining to me, all of a sudden it dawned on me. She's going through the 5 steps. Holy shit. Welcome to the party, man. Die Hard, by the way. Another thing, too. I don't think there were any other sayings in any other sequels to Die Hard. Were there? I just remember Welcome to the Party. That's really good. Anyway, so... So the way she was describing this, I was like, these are the 5 steps. That she's already at the second one right now, which is anger. And that's the reason why, because she's a very soft-spoken person, I was surprised to hear that, what she was doing. But the 5 steps are basically, when you look it up, it's a death in the family, and then that's what you're going through. I've explained this to you before. You get that first one of denial. No, we live on a spinning wet ball, right? No, it can't be. What are you talking about? You don't live on a flat disc or something out in space, right? No, it can't be. Then you get that anger, and many people have different ways of expressing that. They might be banging walls, throwing chairs, or yelling and screaming at people, or a combination of all of these. 3 bonuses in one. Then you have bargaining. Bargaining is a funny stage, because you're like, you're still trying to fight it. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of like, no. I mean, look, we're spinning. I mean, we were told about all this stuff. We know that we're on a spinning wet ball. The hardest one is depression. Okay, you're going to get depressed. In my way, I I was depressed, and everybody thought I was like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It was so long ago, now. I mean, it's like, it's almost like people, I don't know. Anyway, the depression stage is going to hit, okay? It sucks. For me, it was more in my stomach, knots in my stomach. Thinking about all the times that I told everybody about UFOs, that I told everybody about fucking aliens, that I told everybody about the solar eclipse and how cool it is, okay? That I told everybody we live on a spinning fucking wet ball, when I had no fucking idea what I was talking about. I had no idea how fast the Earth moved. I had no idea even the diameter of Earth. I had no idea how the planets out there even worked. I had no idea what I was living on. But yet I was telling people what they wanted to hear. And that was my depression stage. Until I had to go back to school and learn all of this shit myself again. And then piece it together and say, this is fucking fact. You don't live on a spinning wet ball. There is no space. Those are not fucking stars up there. Okay? That was my depression. And I got pissed too. So maybe you can tie depression into, anger in a way. It's a combination. And put this combination any way, but I think this is like the correct way. I think Google probably has it, even though I hate them so much. And that's why when I call you, you don't see my name pop up there. That's a little thing I have with Google. We're friends. We like each other. Yeah, they love me. They get half my fucking, well, not half, but I would say a good 20-30% of my videos have been vanished. Are we ever going to get those back, by the way? No, they're gone. Fuck you. Acceptance. And that's it. You finally accept it. And then you understand that everything is fake. Every single thing that you've learned. History. The mountains. Everything is fake. Earthquakes. People can say, oh, earthquakes are fake. Well, they're not the way you think they are. They're not coming from the middle of your spinning wet ball of magna, okay? Or magma, whatever. The sun, fake. Moon, fake. Wandering stars, if you want to call them planets, fake. Shit, I gotta take this call. Son of a bitch. And I was going on a good one, too. Fuck. Let me put this on pause. Alright. Continuation of the last video. I was cut off. Had to take that phone call. I'm going to try to leave off where I left off, I guess. But I think I'm just going to get into the second half of the video and have you think about a few things. Just a couple of things, obvious things, easy things. Picture the spinning wet ball, spinning for billions and billions and billions of years, with all the continents on it. Yeah. Yeah, you see all the continents on it? I know, but there's something that isn't right. All the continents should be at the bulge of Earth. Yeah, that's right. That's where they should be, the equator. They shouldn't be all over the place. They should be right at the equator, a Pangea, at the equator, wrapping around the entire spinning wet ball. Yeah, well, that's how it should be. Explain. Explain to me how gravity works on the spinning wet ball. Okay, please. Because gravity is very selective of what it likes to hold down and let up.
It does. It's weird. For some reason or another, it holds in trillions and trillions and trillions and quadrillions of gallons of water. But little butterflies and dragonflies and insects, they don't seem to be having any problem at all getting around. How does it work with air? And our air isn't just being shot out into space. Because when you take a vacuum, you take the air out of the second floor of a room. And you poke a hole in the ceiling from the first room. It's an automatic rush, split second, okay? Just like a tin can down in the ocean, boom. It's automatic. See, now gravity didn't hold that air in. That gravity is the same gravity that's supposedly holding the air in at the bleeding part of space. Doesn't make any sense to me. You know, these are obvious things that should have answers to, but don't. And the scientists can't explain them. Which makes me wonder, are what they telling us the truth? Or is it something to indoctrinate you? Is it a truth that we live on a spinning wet ball where there's no proof, there's no pictures, there's no evidence? When there's evidence that we live on a level, flat ground here, covered with something, a dome, perhaps? We have evidence of that because we have no curvature. There is no Coriolis effect. I think they just broke a new world record with that. 4 miles, 4.2 miles, something like that. None of the sharpshooters take an effect of any curvature at all whatsoever. The only thing they're concerned about is the wind. That's all they're concerned about, is the wind condition. They have absolutely no concern about curvature. Sharpshooters. The Navy, with their missiles. They don't take an effect of the curvature in the ocean. None. None at all whatsoever. No professor, no scientist, nobody has debated us at all. The only debates that we get are bullshit. Nonsense. They don't even know what the hell they live on. They haven't even done any study at all whatsoever. They haven't even done any fucking experiments. They haven't put one fucking experiment of their own on any of their fucking channels. And they're gonna come and debate us? That's such bullshit. With nonsense from NASA and pictures with all the shit that that's all that they have? Are pictures from NASA? Which was, by the way, a Nazi regime. Originally created. They can't put together the pieces. They found the smartest scientist in Russia, von Braun. Okay, they made him head of NASA at one point. He was the speaker. And ever since he's died, who's the head speaker? Nobody, except these bumbling idiots. You know, NDT. You know, the idiot bow tie. You know, I mean, come on. The fake astronauts. You're going to believe these people? You're going to believe these people to tell you that that you live on a spinning wet ball? You know, I mean, it's just so ridiculous and obvious, and it should be to everyone by now. If you're not on board with the flat Earth, or if you're not even studying it right now, you know, then you're obviously a troll, or you can't say anything because of your profession. And that's understandable. Totally understandable at all. But my information's out there, other people's information's out there, and none of them have contacted any of us. Well, no, they have. But, I mean, you know, no scientist has contacted me, but why would they? I got a small channel. Nobody's going to even see these videos. And if they do find it, cheers. You found me. Hi. Oh. I don't know. I mean, there's so much shit to think about. There's just so much stuff that's out there that's so obvious that people really just need to research and wake the fuck up. But they're too busy. You know, I have a flat screen TV that's 50 inch large. I need to watch my movies. They're too busy. You know, I got to take care of my kids. They're too busy. They're too busy to go to an application that'll tell you the truth. They're too busy. Too busy to do everything, right? Too busy to even pick up a fucking phone and call somebody when they're in question of something. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.